doing? Eddie Heinen here at the Indian Canyon Hit the Green demo. Pretty interesting demo where they've got various holes, people doing different competitions. And this is the sand competition sponsored by the Rake Sand Wedge, point and putts, new sand wedge. It's got what they call a dual bounce, 26 degrees of rail bounce. What it does is it actually gives the sand a place to go and skim through, so the club feels a little faster through the sand, and it also braces the club so it stays square through the hitting area.
I like the weight in general because it gives you that bounce, that thump sound when you're out of the sand. So much easier, and then the ball will pop out. It's just got some good spin to it too.
The bounce definitely helped. The rake.
The leading cutting edge.
It's the rake.
I'm going to demonstrate a couple shots and do a little lesson on the rake. When I'm telling people how to get out of the sand trap, I really try to emphasize two things. One is an open stance, and two is a short swing. Most people, their stance is a little too square, which allows them to take too long of a swing, and then they'll decelerate. With an open stance, you're going to take the club back on a little shorter than normal, and I like a nice short swing with a lot of acceleration. One thing that you'll find about this rake is that it just seems to accelerate through the sand very, very fast. You let the club do the work, and this particular club has got 26 degrees of rail bounce, which bounce is what allows you to get out of the sand. It actually allows you to bounce out of the sand. The more bounce you have, the easier it is going to be to get the club through. It's not going to dig as much. So I recommend out of the sand a club with a lot of bounce, particularly the rake. And when you swing the club, you want to swing it along the path of your feet, but with the face of the club pointed towards the target. So I got the face of the club pointed towards the target. I'm going to take the club along the path of my feet, real short, and accelerate through. These are some buried lies. A lot of times people have a misconception that these are hard to get out of the sand, and they'll take some giant swing and try to dig it out of that sand. Well, there's a way that you can get the ball out of the sand by hooding the face probably about 60, 70 degrees, just like that. Rather than that being square, you want the face to be about 60 or 70 degrees. And what that does is when it comes into the sand, the toe scoops the sand out and the ball out. And you don't need to take a big swing. It's really more of a chipping motion. You'll see that's just a nice little chipping motion with some acceleration out of a buried lie. See that really hooded face? And I'm just going to chip the ball right on out. You see that ball just lifted? The toe of the club went into the sand and scooped the ball right on out of the hole. Again, buried lay, and literally you can barely see the top of that ball. And you're going to notice I'm not going to take a hard swing. I'm just going to, just like a normal chip shot, if this was a 9-iron or any club around the green out of the grass, I'm going to take that same motion. Severely hooded face, little chip, right on out. Nothing to it.